Greetings to all my wonderful seniors. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Okay, here we go. Let's learn about chapter 2 a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go quickly so you don't get bogged down watching this video. All right, so firms and businesses and households. Firms will diversify their production means. What do I mean by that? So it's called a division of labor. So let's say me, Mr. Zabo, oh, look at this pen. I can produce this pen. It takes me 1 day to produce this pen. I walk to the ferreteria, I get the plastic, I walk over there to the wherever market and I get the ink. I walk to the store where I get the ballpoint and I put it all together with my soldering glue and tape and whatnot, and wow, after 1 full day of labor, I have this. Isn't that great? Well, firms are like, that's a waste of time. What we're going to do is we're going to have 5 people putting the metal together. We're going to have 5 people putting the plastic together. We're going to have 5 people putting the ink together, and then we're going to have 5 people assembling it all. We're going to put it all together like that. We're not going to have Mr. Zabo walk all the way to the ferreteria. We're gonna hire people to bring it to us, and we're gonna do it. I become very specialized in what I do. I know how to put the plastic together. I know how to put the metal together. I know how to put everything together. So this pen, instead of me producing 1 a day, now the business produces 1,000 pens a day. The more people you have working at a larger and larger business, the more can be produced. Imagine this, if I weave baskets all day and takes me 4 days to make 1 basket, imagine 200 people weaving 1 basket. Okay, so anyway, so once you have your company that is becoming very powerful because they have divided their labor up correctly, the factory will produce, okay, goods. That's called GDP. Anything new is GDP. Okay, so a brand new Xbox produced, Xbox One, GDP. If I go to the store and I buy it, that brand new Xbox. If I go and purchase someone's Xbox 360, not new, that's old, that's not GDP. Anything new. So let's say they're producing cars. Wow. Well, what do you need how do you make labor? How do you produce the cars? You need a few things. You need land for the factory, obvious. You need people to work, that's called labor. You need capital, that's money to buy tractors and stuff, bulldozers. Entrepreneurship is your ability to manage the company, okay, and make a profit, which is having more. Where does that stuff come from? Most of it's come from people here in the households. Households. Okay? So here's me with my family. Got my kid, Jonathan. Got my daughter, long hair. Her name is Mary. And my awesome wife, really long hair. Her name is, I don't know, Sarah, whatever, right? Okay, so we're going to provide labor to the factory to produce the cars, and in turn, the factory is going to provide us with business transfers of money for our labor, which in turn the factory is going to give us cars, goods and services, goods. We're going to buy the cars, which then in turn we're going to give them money. So it goes in a big circle. It goes in a big circle. Now, you add in what government. Ooh. Uh-oh. There's the government. Anytime you purchase something, a little bit of that money goes to the government. I'm sorry, here. It would be here. When you're purchasing something from this one, let's do a different color, shall we? Alright. Whenever you purchase something, a little of that goes to the government. Whenever you're given money for your labor, a little of that goes to the government. When the company produces stuff, a little bit of that goes to the government. So the government has an income of cash that they get on taxes. Okay? Now, so the government kind of prints money, and then they try to keep it steady. They don't want to produce too much. They don't want to produce too little. They just kind of keep it steady so that all that money's flowing and all that thing's going good. Okay? If the government overspends, it's a deficit. That's what it's called. If it underspends, it's a surplus. Has more money if it underspends, has less money if it overspends. Okay? Now, there's another institution here called the banks. Oh, let's do a different color for the banks, shall we? Let's put the bank in green because they're sick. Okay, here we go. The bank gives out loans to companies to increase the amount of capital. Whether that be labor, land, entrepreneurship, whatever. Okay? We take our money out of the bank every time. It's called savings. We take our money out of the bank every time we buy something. I use my Itaú card. I go buy, thank you, goodbye. Okay? There you go.